So kpCompanies was started by our CEO, Miguel McMore, a little over 20 years ago. I first got involved with KP close to 20 years ago as well. So she was in business a couple years before I came to know kpCompanies and Miguel McMore, our founder. The organization was started with the intention to really celebrate diversity in hiring and show that an inclusive approach to hiring could still yield highly qualified applicants. Miguel had some history working in search firms and kept hearing things like there is no qualified diverse talent. And what people meant by that was ethnically diverse talent for these roles. And she knew that that just wasn't true because she was surrounded by highly qualified diverse talent every single day in her own community. And so she kind of started KP on a mission to prove some people wrong. And so founded on an inclusivity first approach to recruiting in the early 2000s, and still working towards creating that bold vision of the future too, where leadership across the United States reflects the population of the country. I would say we had a few things going on where we were looking to put more rigor around operations, reporting capability, automation, and we knew we were going to need a tool that could scale with us as we continue to add different service offerings, and also as we continue to look to just make sure we're being efficient and using the latest tools and technology to serve our clients and our candidates. One of the things that stands out to me about, kind of the moment of why were we needing to make a change? I think for us, we just knew we were going to need to be able to customize a lot of things, and saw that as an opportunity for us to really reimagine how we were using our applicant tracking system and CRM. The expectations we had were that we could have a single source platform where we can manage relationships with clients, candidates alike, and kind of marry those two things together for our billing and our forecasting and our biz dev and our actual talent delivery, regardless of the way we're engaging with the client, whether that be interim or executive search. So that was really, really important. One of the things that I'd say two key differentiators that stood out to us about Recruit CRM was, one, the customer service. You guys are, from the beginning, as I understood from my predecessor who actually selected the solution, I was actually not part of the buying decision, but was the customer service and the customization. And I would continue to say that as our vendor partner, that continues to be a reason we stay and why we're willing to get on conversations like this and say, yes, we're big fans of Recruit CRM, because it's really, really allowed us to reimagine how we move within our entire business process, from a lead coming in the door all the way to a successful placement being made. I think my first impression was like, wow, like there's a lot of things to customize in here, which is for me a good first impression. We could really make it our own, and that's we're continuing to do that. I don't want to be misleading, so we would probably not attribute any kind of increase of sales or orders or placements to the software itself. That would always be delivery teams and clients working well with us. What I will say we've been able to see is significant enablement of automations where we were doing manual work previously, and reporting capability where we were manually hobbling together spreadsheets, where we can now do some data extraction in a way that makes that much faster. And then the way that we can operationally present candidates, integrate with other tools that we have, is given us significant efficiency gains. So, hours per week times X recruiters, we're probably talking about at least 10 hours saved a week. And I don't think we're using the tool all the way to its full capacity yet. The customization and integrations. Like, we want to be able to build a tech stack that allows us to deliver best-in-class search services for our clients, and we need reliable partners to do that. Sometimes we need software to talk to it, other software, and so the ability to do that with the open API and our ability to customize fields, that absolutely. I'm a 9, but only because software is just, there's always opportunity to continue to improve it. I don't think that ever gets to a 10, because the minute you feel like you're at a 10, you're like, ooh, I wonder if it could do this. I wonder if we could do this with that. And so there's always some of these like gaps in current live functionality and what we've dreamt of because we got such good level. Now we're like, oh, I wonder what's possible now. So it always kind of stays at a 9. The tipping over the edge for us would be if you kind of marry the tools together, which your team has been so helpful in ensuring that we can get the right systems talking to each other in the right way. That makes it a 10 for me.